How's it going, YouTube? California Prepper. This is gonna be sort of just really a knife talking video, I guess. I was at breakfast this morning with my best friend as usual. We have breakfast 3 or 4 times a week, depending on who's buying and how good the money is. His wife makes pretty good money, so he usually treats me. But we were talking this morning, and our knife topics changed to multiple knives, and what our opinion is on that. Now, I don't know what your guys' opinion is on that, but I used to just carry one knife, and then I realized, as my knife started getting better, that I really didn't want to do all my tasks with that knife, so I started carrying an extra knife, which was, a little cheaper of a knife to where I wouldn't have to beat up, my nice knife. And then it went from carrying 2 knives to 3 knives now. I've seen quite a few videos of people, and you have the backup, then you have the backup for the backup. And 3 knives just doesn't seem too much for me. I think 4 would be a little much, but 3 is okay. It's workable, For the most part, lately I've just been carrying the Manix XL, and that's the baby. This thing is pretty much a safe clean. It doesn't get used for anything. I know it's pretty much pointless to have a knife that doesn't get used for anything, but I just can't see myself letting something happen to this, or taking a big gouge out of it, or chipping the tip or something. I know they're pretty tough, but my luck, it would happen, and I just wouldn't be able to live with it. When there's something wrong with it like that, it's just, I can't carry it. I can't, that's all I look at when I see it, and I just can't do it. So if I'm carrying, which most of the time I have been carrying this since I've got it, if I'm carrying this, I was carrying the Resilience and the Tenacious, because for some reason I had the Spydercos and I just couldn't leave them home. But I realized, even if I whipped this out, if you whip this out in front of somebody to open up a letter, they're going to look at you funny. I was actually working at a convenience store, and I was working a graveyard shift from 11:30 to 7:45 in the morning, and I pulled this out to open my paycheck envelope one day, and my boss yells at me, what are you doing with the buck knife at work? I said, a buck knife? What are you talking about? This is a folder knife. I've said all the other managers have seen it. They've used it to open boxes. Well, you're not allowed to have that here, blah, blah, blah. That's considered a weapon and this and that. And, I'm the only one that's in that store from 11:30 to 7:45 in the morning. The only one. We're open all night, 24/7. Rarely a cop comes by, and the cop that comes by happens to be a buddy of mine. Well, not really a buddy. We talk, acquaintances. But, there's really not any real protection there. There's nothing under the counter. You can't, you can defend yourself if you're hit, but if somebody steals something, all you can say is, would you like to pay for what's in your pocket? If they say no and walk out, you make a report of it. That's how bad the store was. So, yeah. He told me I wasn't allowed to bring this to work anymore. I had to start. I would still take it, of course, because I don't go anywhere without a knife. I don't care. I have to have a knife on me. That's just my thing. If I can't have a gun, gotta have a knife. So I was still carrying it, but from then on I had to use something smaller like this to open boxes instead, and stuff at work. But that's why I'm saying, does anybody else out there carry other knives in this way? I know a lot of people, instead of carrying an extra knife, they'll instead carry, a multi-tool. This is my Shred Tough multi-tool. Love this thing. It's very tough, like the name implies. It's a great little tool. Hasn't failed me. Served me well for the last couple years. It's really cool. I like it. It has some pretty cool stuff in there. There is a knife in there, and what's cool, it all locks up, but it's just a real awkward, look at that. You have to hold it like that to cut something. It's just real awkward. I guess you can open it up, but then, it doesn't work for me. So I've never really used my multi-tool as a knife. To get it to unlock, you just depress that and push that down. It took me a while to figure that out, because it was a gift. It didn't come with a manual or anything. A buddy of mine that I worked with gave it to me. A co-worker, let's call him that. We were maintenance guys, and he gave it to me. But it's a nice little multi-tool, has all the normal functions, but I know a lot of people carry these as number 2 knives, but I used to carry one of these on my belt, but I just keep it in my backpack anymore. But lately, like I said, I was carrying these 3, but even the Tenacious at sometimes is a little large when you whip it out in front of people. I mean, people just look at you weird when you pull out a knife, and I don't understand it, you know. I just don't. Maybe if I whipped out this little purple green thing, I'll be less intimidating. I'll have to start carrying around something like that. Just doesn't work for me. I don't. For some reason, I don't know what Ken Onion was thinking when he designed this. I don't know if you guys like the leak or not, but it looks like a little sliver. That's what he should have named it, the sliver, because that's what it looks like to me. I just can't find myself paying $129 for this knife. I really can't. And this color, to tell you the truth, as expensive as this stuff is, I don't know what it's called, but I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but it's my wife's knife. Even though she doesn't ever carry it. She actually has me keep it most of the time for safekeeping, because she doesn't want to lose it after she found out how much it's worth. I'm wondering if I can send it to Kershaw and get a replacement clip. I don't know. I've heard they have that lifetime warranty, but I didn't buy the knife. So, I don't know if it's that whole one owner thing, you need proof of purchase and whatnot. So, if anybody knows if I could send this into Kershaw and get a new clip, and maybe a sharpen, that would be awesome. Please let me know. Leave it in the comments. But, yeah, like I said, I'd love to see what you guys carry, if you guys carry separate blades. Lately, I've been carrying today. Yesterday, I did carry I was carrying the Manix, and I think I had, what did I have? I had the Manix XL, and I had, the 1 ton, and I had, where is it? Oh, not in here. Oh, yes it is. Sorry, was just using it. Today I actually carried the 3/4 ton for the first time. I bought these knives together about 2 months ago, and when I first got them, it was just a little too small for me. I got it because I was worried I wasn't going to like the frame lock of the 1 ton. It is a little thin for me, and I'd like it to be a little thicker, but the 3/4 ton was just a little small, but this is what I decided to carry as my smaller blade. I mean, this is a little less intimidating than that. Or, I mean, even compared to the 1 ton. I love the 1 ton, but I really keep this at home. It's $18 right now on Amazon, but I love this knife, and it's a Save Queen as well. I just can't see myself breaking it. I just love it. But this is a pretty nice little knife. I'm starting to like it more and more, just like the Clash. I had never really carried the Clash because the day after I ordered the Clash, my wife told me that I could order a Resilience. So I was waiting on my first Spyderco to come more than I was the Clash. The Clash came 2 days before the Resilience, and this came, and I just like threw it down. My wife's like, "You're not gonna open it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's just a Clash." She's like, "Really? You spent money on a knife and you're not even gonna open it?" And I feel like a spoiled little brat, but yeah, I was just waiting on that first Spyderco to come. But I really do love this knife. The only bitch I have about it that I don't like about it is it hurts the finger right here when it catches. It's just it's a 90-degree angle. And I know a lot of production knives have that problem. I've heard of people having problem along the frame and everything, you know, 90-degree angles catching them. I heard ZTs are notorious for that. But if I had a Dremel tool, I would just take it across and, you know, run it across, kind of smooth it out. Because in the morning, you know, especially the cold mornings when you try and whip this thing out to do something, it kind of digs into your finger a good little bit, and it don't feel too good. But love this knife, love the shape. I wish it was a little bigger, but like I said, for this second carry, it's not bad. It's a little bit bigger than 3/4 ton, but it's not too bad. It's not like pulling out, you know, a machete. So I know a lot of people carry these, but I do not know why somebody would carry this. This is just a piece of crap one I've been using, obviously you can see. I took off the little thumb stud and gave it to my buddy that lost his. I actually found this. It's a little automatic. They're illegal here in California, but it's 440 stainless, made in China. Has a little blade wobble, but I sharpened it up and wow, I just almost cut myself. But yeah, I found it in the parking lot just the other day. Comes out rather fast though. Probably gonna throw it away. I don't like having it. It's a piece of junk anyways.